Hi, it's a quick video for myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no edits, no filters, and no hair. So, as you can see, I've got my professional mic, my professional gimbal. Hopefully, apart from my ugly mug, this is the best looking and the best sounding video that I will have put out so far. So, today, really just want to do a very quick video on the state of UK crime, knife crime and knife violence, or weapon violence in particular. Now, I know that in terms of statistics, the UK currently sits around 89.7 crimes per thousand, and those stats are from the 2023 to 2024 period. Now, compared to other places around the globe, places that you might expect to be more edgy than the UK, that's a high number. It really is. In terms of knife crime last year, 15,000 reported episodes of knife crime, and 3,800 of those resulted in injury. So that again is a very high number, and that's the reported number. I would imagine there's an awful lot more that goes on that's unreported, and yeah, what can be done? You know, that's a joke figure. Obviously, the youth have got nothing to do. Maybe they're to blame. You know, when I was a kid, we had youth clubs. They were put on by charities, put on by the church, and in some places, some places in Devon, they were sponsored by the police. And the same in Somerset. Those have largely disappeared. And I know kids are now exposed at a super young age to social media. Maybe social media is to blame. Maybe it's Instagram's fault for allowing us to have scenes on there of people getting hit by cars and people getting held up at knife point in shops. Maybe it's become fashionable and trendy due to music. Who knows? It could be a perfect storm of all of the above. But clearly something needs to be done. Clearly it can't go on. Now, obviously, violent attacks have risen because the police are largely underfunded. We know this. They're overwhelmed. We don't see many police on the streets anymore, certainly not in my local area. I know that when you see reports of activists on telly, the police are out in force. They're activists. They're mostly peaceful. What are you doing? You know, it seems that they're there for the wrong things. Police cuts and also our laws have become weak. We seem to be putting a lot of onus on rehabilitation, which for most people, I think we can agree isn't working. If you look at places in Southeast Asia, places like Thailand, or even the Middle East, places like the UAE, look at what they do to criminals there. Look at how crime is dealt with. And look at the crime figures in comparison to the UK. Their stance on crime to some may be seen as inhumane, it may be seen as a contravention of human rights and everything else, but it deals with a problem. It's a deterrent. Above all else, it deters people from thinking about committing crime. We don't have that in the UK. People seem to get off for the most ridiculous things with a slap on the wrist. Everything from child offenders, shall we say, right through to violent knife-wielding criminals. They get the most ridiculous of sentences. Why is this? Why have we become so lenient on criminals? It's almost like we're allowing it to happen. Surely this can't go on. Surely this can't go on. It's going to get to the point where you will have everyday citizens taking things into their own hands. I myself have got cameras all over my home. The outside of my home is plastered in them. A lot of people in my area have done this as well. And it's not because the area is a bad area. It's because it's a visual deterrent first, and also it's protection should anything happen. I want people that come to my property to know that they're going to be safe. I want the people in my property, my partner, my children, to feel safe. And it seems that it's just something that's become a thing now, where even 10 years ago it wasn't. Now, I'm sure we've all heard personal accounts of people that have dealt with crime in their own way. Previously, in a previous life, I did work as a doorman very briefly. And it was around, I want to say it was about 2001, 2002. Attitudes towards crime were very different then. Obviously, I wasn't in a metropolitan area. Hello. So I didn't have much first-hand experience, even as a doorman, of real crime. Now, though, you can walk through the streets where I live, and it's there in public view. It's there every day. People robbing people, knife crime with youths, people carrying weapons at 13, children carrying weapons at 13, 14 years old. It's madness. It's literally clown world. What's the fix for this? You know, should we have harsher sentences rather than rehabilitation? Should we have extra services that are put on for the youths? Is that maybe one of the main factors? That they're bored, they've got nothing to do, so they turn to music, video games and social media. And as I said, I don't think there's any one thing that can be attributed to causing this. And it seems to be mostly youths that are involved. It seems to be mostly the younger generation, the bored generation that are suffering from this. What can we do to help them? What can we do to mitigate against this? What can we do as people and as a country to stop this from getting worse? Let me know in the comments. I'm keen to find out what you feel about the crime in your area, particularly weapon crime. I'm keen to find out if you've had personal experience of this. What was the outcome of that experience? How was it dealt with? Were you satisfied with the outcome if it was judicial? Let me know. YouTube's going to put another video up here somewhere. Either watch it or don't. Like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. Another video tomorrow. Goldman, peace out.